Okay, so we are going to now graph quadratics that are given to us in vertex form. And so what is vertex form? It's that form above in that box that says y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. And this is a new thing, but we can just look at h and k to tell us what the vertex of the parabola is, and then go on from there. So if I look at our first example here, we have y is equal to x minus 2 squared plus 3. So if I ever have it right here, like we have minus 2 inside our parentheses, our intuition tells us minus probably means we're going to the left, but it's going to be actually the opposite when it's inside the parentheses. So we are actually going to be going right 2. And then out here, we have a plus 3. And now I know we just said, if it's minus, we go to the right. You might think now, oh, if it's plus, we go down. But we're actually going to be going up now. So this means we're going up 3. And this right here is going to tell us where our vertex is. So if I go from my origin here, and I go right 2, so 1, 2, and then up 3, 1, 2, 3, my vertex is going to be at that coordinate 2, 3. So I can go ahead and I can write my vertex now at 2, 3. Then, based off of what we talked about in the previous video, I know that my axis of symmetry is going to start with x equals, and I know it's going to be the same thing as the x value of my vertex. So I know my axis of symmetry is going to be x is equal to a positive 2. So I can go ahead and I can draw a line down the middle here. That's going to be my axis of symmetry. It's going to cut it in half. And then the last thing I want to do is look at my a value. Now I don't have a number in the front here, so I can think of that as just a 1, and that 1 is going to be positive. So I know my parabola is going to open up. Since it's a 1, to plot a point, I'm just going to go right 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, and then go ahead and make my U shape connecting all 3 of those. Okay, so that's what we're really going to focus on for these parabolas here. And then if you want, you can put the points. You can go in order. We'll say 1, 4 for one of them, 2, 3, and then 3, 4. Lastly, I'm going to do my domain and my range. Again, we talked about this already, but the domain for all quadratics is going to be from negative infinity to positive infinity, because they're going to go on infinitely to the left and to the right. And then for my range, since I have a minimum value here, I'm going to start at that minimum value, which is, in this case, positive 3 at the y. And then it's going to go up forever, so it's going to be 3 to infinity. All right, now let's look at our second one here. So I have y is equal to 2 times x plus 3 squared minus 1. So again, let's start with identifying where our vertex is. I have plus 3 inside this parenthesis. So if minus 2 in the previous question meant we went right 2, plus 3 in this one means we're going to be going left 3. And then minus 1 on the outside here. And likewise, if plus 3 in the previous question meant we went up 3, minus 1 means we're going to be going down 3. And so I know, or not down 3, down 1. So I know my vertex is going to be at that point 3, or negative 3, 1. Because again, I'm going from my vertex, I'm going left 3, and then I'm going down 1 after that. So my vertex will be at this point right here. And again, my axis of symmetry is going to be at that same point with x is equal to the x value of my vertex. So x equals a negative 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that line there just so I know where it is. And then I want to get 1 point on each side. And so this time, since my a value is a 2 and it's positive, I know it's going to be making a smile shape. And so I will be going up 2 and right 1, and then up 2 and left 1. So it's going to be a little bit of a skinnier parabola this time. So it's going to look more like this time. Again, I can go ahead and put those points in there. So I'll say -4, comma 1, -3, comma -1, and then -2, comma 1, and then do my domain and my range. Again, domain for all parabolas is going to be -infinity to positive infinity. And then again, I have a minimum in this question. So my lowest point and my lowest y value is going to be at -1, and it's going to go up forever after that. So -1 to infinity. The last question on this page is going to be y is equal to negative parenthesis x minus 2 squared plus 1. So again, we first start with our transformations. A -2 means we're going to be going to the right 2. And a +1 means we're going to be going up 1. So I can go ahead and write my vertex as 2, comma 1 and plot that on my graph. So right 2, up 1. That's my vertex. My axis of symmetry, same as my x value here. So x is going to be equal to a +2. And then I'll go ahead and draw that line. And in this time, I see my a value here is just a negative. So I can think of that as like a -1. So I know I am going to be going down like a frown this time. So instead of going up 1, right 1, I can go down 1 and right 1. And again, we're doing it by 1 this time instead of 2 because we're using a -1 as our a value. So it's going to make a shape that looks something like this. Again, put the points in my table. So -1, comma 0, 2, comma 1, and then 3, comma 0. And then lastly, my domain and my range. So again, all real numbers are -infinity to +infinity for my domain. And then for my range, since I have a maximum this point, I know it's going to start coming from down forever. And then it's going to end up going up to the highest point at a +1 on my y.